Say it.
Go.
No, the other word.
Oh. Action.
Got it. Okay. Alright, so today we're going to make keto mayonnaise. It's really simple. It seems like a lot of ingredients here, but this is for some coleslaw that I'll show you how I make it after we've already made the basic mayonnaise. So what we're going to do is we're going to be using a cup of oil, so whatever oil you want to use and whatever combination, as long as it's a cup. So I have avocado here that I use. I have a upgraded MCT, which is another one I use, and then also olive oil. And I tend to use 3/4 of a cup of the olive oil and then just add the other two in. So what we're going to do is, whether you have a food processor or a Vitamix or a blender, you can use that too, or you can actually mix it by hand, but I don't recommend that. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use some lemon. So probably the juice of half a lemon is all you should need. Any more than that, it's going to be sour, and you don't want that. So what I'm going to do is just strain it so we don't have seeds. So that's probably a good teaspoon of lemon juice. So we're going to use that. We're going to use some Dijon. I've got some organic Dijon mustard, but just about a teaspoon of that as well. That's all you need. We're going to use 2 eggs, but I actually use a full egg and then an egg yolk. So we're going to go ahead and just make sure we don't have any shells. So that's 1 egg, and then we're just going to use the egg yolk. Okay, so that's an egg yolk. So we can set that aside. And then we're going to use a pinch of salt, so just not too much. We've got that. And then what I do is I've got this plastic. They're inexpensive. I actually just measure a cup and put a line there. But, and I would recommend using one of those, but we're going to go ahead and put the olive oil in. You could use all olive oil, all avocado oil, anything you want. I just tend to use a majority of it as olive oil. And this is cold pressed extra virgin olive oil. So we're going to put that in there. Then I use avocado oil. And then I use the remaining with the MCT oil. Again, these are the brands that I use. You can use whatever you like. So we have a cup there. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put it in this container. And we need the container because it almost is like a little splash guard. So you don't end up, because you have to have the opening to slowly pour in the olive oil or your oil. We don't want it getting all over us. So this makes a handy dandy little trick. So we take paper towel, just poke a hole through, and then this is what we'll use to slowly drizzle in the oil as the processor is going. So we're going to go ahead. It's going to take about 5 minutes to fully emulsify, and you don't want to rush it because then it will break. So we don't want to do that. So we're just going to go slow here, and I'll show you what it looks like on the other side.
This is pretty dark. Not enough light on you. Not enough light on you.
No. So it's a slow drizzle. Nothing too fast, pretty steady. It's lighting out.
Should have had all the lights on.
That fly is driving me crazy.
face is all dark.
Yeah, fine.
So, autumn fly. Why don't you do it all at once?
It won't emulsify. They're a little fast. Okay, so I just want to show you what it looks like when it's done, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like after it's been in the refrigerator.
Spilled everywhere.
So what happens?
It's true.
So what happens is it's not quite thick. This is what it's like as it comes out of the food processor. But what happens is when you put it in the refrigerator, it's going to thicken up quite a bit. So this is what it looks like after it's been in the refrigerator and it's cooled. And this is just a basic mayonnaise. So if you like something that's more Miracle Whip, then, and that's what my husband likes, then I would use white balsamic vinegar. You could use, put some cream in there with some seasoning that you like with some xylitol or a sweetener, and that would work too, but it's actually pretty quick just to use the white balsamic vinegar. So what I'm going to show you right now, just for one of the things, is because I actually eat coleslaw quite a bit to stay in ketosis, and that's how I can make sure I get enough of the fat in my diet every day. So for me, and again, this is all personal preference, but I put in as much mayonnaise as I think I'm going to need for as much cabbage as I've cut up. I like to have it fresh every day. I don't like it to sit around. So I probably have a half a cup of mayonnaise. And with that, again, I don't measure, but I just kind of put a few splashes of white balsamic vinegar, and that kind of gives it a little bit of the tang that you're looking for. And then what we're going to do is, again, I'll put a little bit more salt. I'll put a little dash of pepper, not much, and a little bit, just to give it a little bit of a kick, a little bit of a lipo pepper. Again, it won't be as spicy or hot as cayenne would. And then, believe it or not, I like to use poppy seeds. I think those go really well in coleslaw. So I'll do a few dashes of that. So again, I'm just going to mix it just to get the white balsamic vinegar in there and emulsified with the mayonnaise. So as you can see, so that's just my dressing. You can add whatever you want, more heat, less heat, more salt. And then again, I just go ahead and put in for whatever the serving is that I'm about to use, and then I would stir that in. And again, that's just a great little snack to have, especially if you have mayonnaise on hand, to help you stay in ketosis. So I hope this helps, and enjoy. Thanks.